And good morning, Retro Commanders, and welcome back to the Saturday morning stream. It's good to be here. It's good to be back. First thing on Saturday morning, ready to play some retro games. Stuff that perhaps doesn't feel as old as it actually is, but it is, I'm afraid. I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier on. I saw this thing about this retro computer museum somewhere in Manchester. I think it was Manchester anyway. Northwest Video Game Museum. And the commentary on the BBC was some of the artefacts will be especially familiar to older visitors. It's like a picture of ZX Spectrum games. It's like, what? What? You can't call us old? That's not right. That's wrong. I'm not old. I'm just seasoned. I'm just distinguished or something. I'm not old. I refuse to accept that description. Anyway, there we go. It was at Sheffield. Sorry. And it's the opposite direction of the country to where I am at the moment, so it's up there somewhere. But anyway, I'm going to have to pop in there at some point, just retro myself, I think. And just say, no, we're not old. Just classic. Vintage. No, I'm not sure vintage is good. Vintage sounds older than old. Classic I can go with. Classic. I'm not old, says Big Boo. I've just been a child for a really long time. We never grew up, did we? You can take the kid out of the 80s, but you can't take the 80s out of the kid. That's what I always say. Matured. That sounds boring. Anyway, before we get any further down that particular rabbit hole of waffling, can you get down a rabbit hole of waffling? Waffles in a rabbit hole. Nah, that doesn't sound good either. Right, who's in the chat? Right, let's do the thing, because the thing is the thing. And the thing must be done. Mad Monksoft is first in the chat. Congratulations, Mad Monksoft. Poised. Poised with Wikipedia, just in case we need it. Commander Kelvinator is here as well. Enigmash is here. Good to see you, Enigmash. Have a Boo Boo is here. Good old Have a Boo Boo. Wintermute GB is here. Of course he is. The stalwart of the stream. The Harkonnens are here. First, second of morning, winter Arrakis. Looks like Arrakis isn't out of bed. So the invasion may be proceeding once more. Eridan Dundragon is here. The Big Boo is here. Always good to see you, Big Boo. Commander Tragic Blue 21 is here. Frank Miner 2949er is here. Biff Boy 81 is here. Bion Toxin is here. Commander Duskfall is here. The Funny Asteroid is here, because it's never a good space game without a funny asteroid. Harry Kruth is here. Lucky Luigi is here. I think that's it. Oh, and I don't know how you pronounce this. Sizafoj. That'll do. Is here as well. Kitsubin is here. Hello, good to see you. Monksoft has already found an obscure Wikipedia reference to rabbits. I'm not going to click on that. Sounds very dodgers. I could visit on my trek northwards. I could, couldn't I? I could make a stop in. My wife would love that. So, what are we going to do on our romantic getaway to Scotland? Well, there's this retro computer museum we could drop into. Oh, lovely. You can see that going well. Right, anyway, welcome back to Saturday morning, where we play some retro games. We're currently playing Homeworld, and in last week's exciting episode, it's very romantic, isn't it? Yeah. What did we do? We dealt with the alien. Was that last week? We dealt with the alien weird thing and got some extra ships. Then we rescued the Bentusi, didn't we? Took my wife and kids to a slate museum. Is there such a thing as a slate museum? That's quite interesting. I know actually the most weird local museum to me is a dog collar museum. Because there's basically a small room full of dog collars. We looked around it. It took about 10 minutes. It's like, well, we've been to the dog collar museum. A night on the tiles. But yeah. Oh, did I have an announcement? I do. Sorry. Yes. Thank you, Wintermute TV. I do. Before we get to the game, I do have an announcement. Yes. Sorry. I completely forgot about the announcement. But some of you will know already because you've seen some of the other streams. So for those of you who only watch this stream out of all my many streams, yes, thank you very much for the reminder that we're to mute. I'm not getting old. I'm just getting very slightly forgetful. True for Prime Minister. No, the announcement is okay. So, finally, after 20 years of living in Kent, my wife and I have decided that as part of our long-term sort of retirement plans, we are going to be moving. But we are going to be moving quite a long way. We're going to be moving to Scotland, and we're going to be moving in and around September this year. So that's that's the announcement. Now, the reason I'm announcing it now is because it does affect you guys, because unfortunately, due to the way that Scottish and English buying systems work, it's very difficult to tie up both ends of your transaction in one go. So what we've decided to do is we're going to sell our house here in Kent first, move into rented accommodation probably somewhere in Scotland, and then buy a house in Scotland. So we basically don't have to do two things at the same time, because it's a bit awkward and possibly potentially slightly financially risky. Because the problem in England is that until you've actually signed a contract, what we call exchange of contracts, the deal hasn't gone through, right? But in Scotland, if you accept an offer or make an offer on a house and it's accepted, that's legally binding. And financially, you have a financial obligation. So there's a danger that if you sell your house down the UK and you're waiting for all the paperwork to go through, and you basically put an offer on a house in Scotland, and then your house in England falls through because of the weird process here, you're liable for the house in Scotland that you've just bought, but you've got no cash to pay for it. Because you've just lost your sale of your house in the UK, which means suddenly you're in an awful lot of debt. Okay, so that's the thing. So yeah, so we're aiming to sell a house about September this year. Now, what that means is we're going to have to basically empty my current house in advance of that. So the reason I'm kind of announcing it on the stream is I'm planning to stop streaming at the end of June, to give us time to pack everything away and start moving. Now, because we're moving into rented accommodation, I don't know when and how my streaming will resume. So it's kind of heads up, early warning that in about 5 months, it must be about 5 months, yeah, I'm going to stop streaming for a while, and I'm not quite sure when I'll restart. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up on how that kind of all works. So yeah, so gazumping is not a thing in Scotland. You can't gazump people, because once you've accepted an offer, that's it. You actually have to lawyer your way out of accepting an offer. You can't just go, nah, I'll have another one. So yeah, so you can have a bridging loan, but bridging loans are really, really expensive, because basically if you're talking about the money for your old house and your money for the new house, it's like that's a lot of money. So I'm not planning on doing that. Plus, it's also going to force us to clear out 20 years of junk from the house. So That's basically where we're going. So it's kind of a heads up. Okay, so streaming will stop. So up until the end of June will be absolutely normal. We'll have a few celebratory things, I think, in June to kind of celebrate all the times we've had on the stream for for the last almost 5 years. Can you believe that? That's how long I've been streaming now. That's insane. And I do intend to restart it, but what I can't do is I can't commit to exactly when. So there we go. So in some respects, Scotland is enlightened. So and there will be a video on why the move, why so far away, and all that kind of stuff. And that I will put in the works. But and there's lots of reasons for that. But we'll get to that in due course. But that's for the future. Okay, so it's just a heads up. So in the meantime, it's back to Homeworld and time to do more retro gaming stuff. So yes, we're actually doing it. I know we've been talking about it, Big Boo, for like years, but it's yes, we finally basically we got to the point going, if we're not going to do it, if we're not going to do it now, then when the hell are we going to do it? Because we're not getting any younger. We're not getting old, but not getting old. Okay, but we're not getting any younger. So I'm going to move before my son finishes University of Scotland. Yes, and presumably because Scotland is a fantastic place. It's for the kind of thing that we want, it's a much nicer place than where we currently live. And there will be a video all about that at some point. It is a giant step. It's one giant step for Drew. Exactly. Right. So Homeworld. Right. Let's get back to the game, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. Right. At the end of last week's episode, we had dealt with the alien weird ship and captured a whole bunch of ships back, which was quite a cool little mission. Then the Bentusi came under attack. A large move for Drew, a small step for mankind, exactly. We'd rescue the Bentusi who were under attack. The Taiidan had basically decided to take on the Bentusi, hadn't they? So we rescued the Bentusi, captured a few extra ships, so we've had a bunch of cool stuff. And then we hyperspaced into a new sector where we found some Gravworld generator things. Dealt with them, and then just at the end of the stream, a defector appeared. So we don't know anything about him yet. So let's start the game and see what he's about. Right, onwards, hyperspace. Oh, let's go. I've got to get to the right game. Right, load campaign. There we go. Right, this is what's going on. Dun dun dun. Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay, so this is my fleet. Oh, here he is. Look. So the Taiidan rebels. Right, let's get these boys in. Destroy them.
Engaging.
Let's go rescue this defector. I thought I was a defector. Defecting. Yeah, I suppose I am.
Expect delays.
You see, but the thing is, I'm British, but I'm not English. I was born in Canada, and I've got dual nationality, so I'm... Does that count? I can get away with not being English. Obliterate. Yeah. Right, destroy that one. Yeah, not gonna last. Right, who's this? This is the Taiidan destroyer. That's pretty cool. Okay, so he's defecting. Interesting.
Supporting friendly unit. Bearing to target.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
Oh, I was building frigates, wasn't I? Yeah. Trying to rebuild my fleet, I think, or something.
Bearing to target.
Could it just melt under our guns? Look at that. Nice.
Group 1 reports victory.
Right. Okay, so we rescued... There he is, there. We've rescued him. Is he going to say anything?
The defecting captain has been brought aboard.
Ooh.
Engage hyperspace.
Oh. Well, I didn't realise that was the end of the level. That's quite... We should have done that last week. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I thought there was going to be a bunch of content there coming, and there wasn't. Right, so were we looks like we were still... It looks like we were still building something. What have we got then? Okay, what's up? Because our fleet looks a little bit depleted at the moment.
Ready.
Okay, we got two
Group 5.
of these bad boys.
Standing by. Reporting.
Let's call that Group 5.
Group 5 reinforced. Iron cannon frigate complete.
Let's bring them back up here.
En route.
Looks like we're rebuilding some iron cannon frigates. got a bunch of resources which aren't really doing much, but we'll gather those resources anyway. Okay. I want how many of those have I got?
Standing by.
Okay, let's have a look at what I'm allowed to have. Okay, so fighters, attack bombers, corvettes, salvage corvettes, yeah, frigates. I've only got 5 at the moment. I'm allowed to 21 capital ships. I can build some more. Okay, I'm maxed out on destroyers and missile destroyers. I can have 1 more heavy cruiser, but I don't think I've got the research for it yet. No, don't think I'm allowed to build one of my own yet. I've captured one. No, I haven't got the research yet. Defectors get cool looking black ships for some reason. I think that excuse will pass in Scotland, yeah.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
So that's it by everyone. Yeah, I know. I thought it had to be due. It wasn't a very exciting recontinuation, was it? Oh, the defectors arrived, that's it. Okay, well, let's build up the fleet. I like the fact that one of them got recoloured and one didn't. That one got turned green, and that one didn't get turned green, which is a bit weird. So we've got a bunch of iron cannon frigates still in the mix. All the fighters are aboard the carrier, which is quite good. So they're all attack bombers. The corvettes are there. We can't have any more of those big heavy ships. We can't get another one of those at the moment. So I think I'm going to take this opportunity to build some of those support frigates, actually, because they're the healing ships, aren't they? Let's have a few of them as well, because it feels like we might need something like that before too long. Help us stop losing other ships. Non-combat, we can have probes, proximity sensors, mobile refineries, resource collectors. You can have up to 22
Iron cannon frigate
resource
complete.
collectors. Why would you want that? There's never enough resources. Weird. I wish you could build more stuff faster. Anyway, right, okay, so let's just build those out and then we'll be ready. Right, let's get our fleet organised. So one is the, those are the destroyers. 2 is the missile destroyers. 3 doesn't exist. 4 doesn't exist right now. 5 is those 2 big bad boys there. When all those are things, I think we'll call them group 3. And then the support cruisers can be 4 or something. I can't remember. You do have 2 build crews, do you? Oh, you do. Yeah, you're quite. Sorry, yeah, you're quite right.
Support frigate.
There we go. Yeah, no, you are quite right. I hadn't spotted that.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
There we go. There's a support frigate.
Ready.
So that one will repair other ships, which is quite useful. And it looks like it can refuel the fighters and stuff as well. So let's just check its options out, because we've got a busted ship over there. One of the
Group 1 copy.
yes, that one isn't healthy. So let's just see if I can make it fix it. So
Copy.
support frigate. I've got guard. Where's the health thing? Attack, repair. There we go.
Repairs initiated.
There we go. Perfect. Let's see if it will repair my slightly damaged
Group 1 copies.
battle cruiser. Not battle cruiser. Destroyer. Oh no, I've got one on the carrier. Yes, I think, but the carrier can't. Can the carrier make? What's the biggest thing the carrier can make? It can't make the big ships, can it? But can it make frigates? Maybe it can. Oh, there we go. Look, healing beams, magic, space magic healing beams. Nobody understands how they work, but they're really, really good.
Iron
Okay,
cannon frigate complete.
what's the biggest thing the carrier can build? Can it? Oh, it can build frigates.
Support frigate complete.
Oh, I hadn't realised that. Okay, so it can't build the destroyers and anything big, but can build the frigates. Okay, that's useful to know. Right, so that has now, there we go, perfect, it's healed the thing. Right, so there should be 9
Copy.
of those, because 9's a good number. Let's call that group 3.
Group 3 designated.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna call these bad boys
Reporting.
Group
Group
10,
10
because
designated.
they're big and bad. Right, and then I want to have these as
Acknowledged.
7,
Group 7 designated.
Confirmed.
8,
Group 8 designated.
and 9.
Ready.
There we
Group
go.
9 designated.
Right, good. Okay. It looks like they need a bit of healing as well, actually. What's happened there? They've been damaged, haven't they? Shot at.
Confirmed.
So, what's the hotkey for that Y?
Repair order confirmed.
Nice. Okay, so it can repair all sorts of ships. That's pretty cool. Okay. Don't get caught between the healing beam and the target. You grow, you grow thrusters for their barrier. I think it's a mixture of WD-40 and epoxy. It's clever. I mean, healing beams are obviously space magic, but look at that. And it's quite fast at healing as well. Doesn't hang about, does it? It's quite an efficient spaceship. Good. We like that. Okay, so we've got a few of them now. So if we switch to mothership, we should got one more frigate to build, and then we can hyperspace out. Awesome. Okay. That's probably enough ships to be going on with for the time being, I think. I wonder if those healing beams can do anything for my back. Get repair frigates to guard other ships. It may auto repair them. That's a good plan. Yes, so we might do that. They seem to be pretty fragile, but so
Standing by.
I don't know what sort of armour. You haven't really got stats on them. Oh, you have got. So hang on. So that's an ion cannon for it's 26,000 health or armour maybe, and
Ready.
that one's got the same 26,000. So these ones should be bigger,
Copy.
99,000, and those ones are
Acknowledged.
240,000. Excellent.
Confirmed.
Carrier
Copy.
is 105,000. Okay, so right, so that should now be launching. Where is it? Where's the support frigate gone?
Roger.
Support frigate complete.
Oh, there it is. Is it coming out? Yay. Okay, let's scramble all
Standing
those.
by.
4 of them. We'll call that group 4, just for
Group
the sake
4
of
designated.
organisation. Right, I think we're ready. Let's hyperspace ho. If the opposing force is scaled based on the size of your fleet, we're going to have a big battle. Well, we want to have fun and blow stuff up, don't we? That's what it's all about. It's a space game. Right, hyperspace. Let's find out whether the defector's got anything to say.
At ease.
Presumably there's a cutscene. We're hyperspace very close to the core now. Look, this is quite cool. We're almost at our homeworld.
I am Group Captain Elson of the destroyer Capella. The Taiidan Empire has become decadent and corrupt over the centuries. The use of the forbidden atmosphere deprivation device on your planet finally triggered the rebellion. Help me get access to the rebellion's communication network. I will show you a way through the defenses surrounding your homeworld. Take me to the ship graveyard at Karos. Hidden in a derelict, there is a relay I can use with your help. The rebellion waits for my sign to move into its next phase.
Ooh, political intrigue as well. Excellent. Okay, that's cool. Oh, this mission. Yeah.
Hyperspace transition complete. We have arrived at Karos.
The communication relay is here. A fighter or corvette must dock with it to establish the link.
Okay, well, that sounds reasonably straightforward. There's a monument to able seaman Donald Frank Wagar in Nova Scotia, is there? So Scotland might be a call. We do have a Scottish connection. I need to dig into it at some point. I haven't done any research into it, but I am aware there's a Scottish connection. So yeah, I'm gonna have to dig that out, aren't I, before I go? Well, thanks for that. That's gonna be good.
Research Division reports it is now equipped for heavy guns technology. We advise commencing research immediately.
Yes, let's have some heavy guns. Definitely. We like heavy guns around here. Big guns. Big guns is where it's at. Right. Okay, so that's good. And Stephen Usher's here. Good morning, Stephen Usher. Hello and welcome to the retro stream where we are playing retro games for people who are not old. We've decided this morning. We might be classic, but we're not old. Okay. Right, now I think this is the mission with the dog. Okay, and the dog will become clear in time. This is as I recall, this is quite tricky, so we're going to have to be careful here. Right, what I do particularly before we start on the mission, I mean, look at the backdrop here. This is I know it's just eye candy, but this is the spaceship graveyard. I like spaceship graveyards. Spaceship graveyards are cool. Okay. Yes, the dog. This is the dog mission. We'll find out about the dog. What I love is the background. I mean, look. I mean, the mothership we decided was, Mad Monk's often find it on Wikipedia, but it's several miles high, right? Okay, so that is several miles high, right? But look at the backdrop. There's these, I don't know, humongous space installation stuff there. That I mean, it's just, it's like, how big is that? I mean, that's just like a. It's like that's like hull plating for the Death Star, isn't it? Whatever that is. That bit over there though, look, looks like a coffee mug. Maybe I've got space tea on the brain. It's an enormous mug of tea. So it's just a lovely piece of artwork. I think, massive graveyard of huge. I mean, it makes you wonder what happened here. Why was such a great big thing, enormous thing built, and why was it abandoned? What was its purpose? It's a graveyard. It's just cool. It's just a cool sci-fi thing. And there's bits of junk. Okay, so if we look at the map, we can see the whole thing is full of junk. So there's the communications relay. Now it's obviously not going to be straightforward to just go straight through there, but we'll try it anyway. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. We'll send a probe in, because sending a probe in is always a good idea, isn't it? I don't think it would be quite big enough for a Dyson sphere, but it's big, isn't it? I mean, it's huge. Winter B. This game actually has a spaceship graveyard, unlike that other game. Yeah. That was a terrible thing that they didn't do. Probably the most iconic location in the entirety of the lore of Elite, and they didn't put it in the game. Really? Hey, I fought that one for many years, but yes, but the battle was alas lost. Right. Yes. So probe. There's a lot of junk about, isn't there? So. Carros Automata, it says on that point.
Research Division reports it is now equipped for cloak generator technology. We advise commencing research immediately.
We'll have that as well. Cloak generator technology. Who doesn't want cloak generator technology? Okay, let's send a probe in and find out what's out there, because I can't remember. I know there's a dog on this level.
Research complete. New capital ships available for construction.
Build a probe.
Underway.
Dyson spheres are marvels of engineering. Vacuum clean anywhere. I see what you did there. I actually have a Dyson vacuum cleaner. It's very old now, but it's brilliant. It really works well. It's a really, really good design, to be fair. Kitsube says, what other game? What? Ah, yes, Elite Dangerous. We don't talk about that now. Basically, okay, short aside then. The original lore of Elite the game started, okay, with a book called The Dark Wheel, and inside that book they get the original Cobra Mark III, the first time a Cobra Mark III appears in the lore of Elite Dangerous, from a place called the Taiidan Orbital Graveyard, which is like a relic place, a broken down shipwreck, a huge mausoleum effectively for dead pilots, and that's where the Cobra comes from. The Dark Wheel, and the which is a mysterious organisation in the world of Elite, and the Taiidan Orbital Graveyard. So yeah, the place where the game starts. But if you go to the Taiidan system in Elite Dangerous, there isn't anything there, which is a shame. But there we go. It's like it's a bit like let's make a video game of Star Wars: A New Hope. But you know that Death Star thing? We won't bother putting that in there. No, I mean, don't need it, right? Right, let's send the probe to this thing. Let's see if the probe even makes it that far. Here we go. Right, what's the whole point of a probe? Is it's to die, isn't it? Let's find out what happens to the probe, because clearly something's going to go wrong. Okay, so there's a lot of debris out here. Oh, there's a target already. What's that? That's a proximity sensor.
The graveyard is defended by autoguns.
Oh.
They will complicate our attempt to reach the communications array.
Auto guns.
Light fire confirmed.
Oh yeah, auto guns, right? Yeah, probe is not going to make it, even at that speed. God, they're really good targeting, aren't they? Okay, so if they can take out a probe at that speed, none of our ships will survive. No, boom. Okay. I was out of interest, Big Boy, have you taken a look at many of the Thargoid War stuff, the maelships? I did. I watched them on Obsidian Ant's YouTube channel, but I haven't played them in game. So I mean, they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. You can't really deny that. Okay, we got that far. Okay, so we can't go through the middle. So we've either got to take the auto guns out. So yeah, doomed forever to be the other game. Yeah, well, exactly. The other game that must not be named, apart from the fact I did name it. But there we go. I still play a D. In fact, I just got into. I mean, it's still a beautiful game. It's still a beautiful game. It is. It is. I mean, base games just in general are pretty, aren't they? It was the Taiidan Graveyard in the 1984 original. No, ironically, the Taiidan Graveyard has never appeared in any of the official elites. The only elite where it did appear was actually in one of the fan remade versions called Olite, where it was constructed. And so if you go to Taiidan in the fan remade Olite version of Elite, you can see the Taiidan Graveyard. It does exist. Right. So salvage corvettes. What have we got here? A couple of extras which I've forgotten about. I don't know what those ones are for. Right, so we've got to get through there. Tell you what, I'm going to build. I know there's a thing. Okay, there's a dog in this level. Okay, and the dog basically is a massive ship. Actually, no, I don't think it's all that massive. That comes along and pinches your ships. So I'm going to build a single support frigate just to see if we can flush out where it is and what it does. We could try going around. Yeah. I wonder if that would work. But we know those auto guns are capable of. Let's see. I'm just going to build a support ship. I tell you what. Let's also do. Let's get the carrier to build a bunch of interceptors.
Assembly underway. Berths are clear. Construction underway. Berths are clear.
And stay launch. Stay docked.
Interceptor complete.
There we go. Oh, that one got out before.
Ready.
Back in there.
Docking with carrier.
Interceptor complete.
Right. I'm going to send. Support frigate's going to go in unarmed ship.
Interceptor complete.
Well, the probes get wiped out fairly quickly. We could try that.
Complete.
Why are they launching?
Acknowledged.
I said stay docked.
Interceptor complete.
Right, get back in there, you monkeys.
Standing by. Docking with carrier.
Don't need you to.
Interceptor complete.
Yeah, you stay inside, you monkeys. Right. Okay, so is that support thing?
Mothership.
Docking signal green.
It's almost there.
Interceptor complete.
I'm going to send that in there and just see, because I'm
Support
pretty
frigate
sure
complete.
it will get
Interceptor
stolen.
complete.
There it is,
Interceptor
right.
complete.
Okay, so support frigate. This support frigate is going to be sacrificial.
Interceptor
guys.
complete.
Roger.
I'm going to send it in there.
Destination locked in.
Let's see what happens.
Interceptor
Pretty
complete.
sure the dog appears. Let's put it on maximum thrust mode because it might be able to get back out
Stand
again.
down. We're on hold.
Interceptor complete.
Researching cloaking tech.
Interceptor
Oh yes,
complete.
cloaked fighters. Good point.
Interceptor complete.
Let's put a cloaked fighter in. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like the way you're thinking.
Complete.
Okay, we're getting shot at.
Interceptor complete.
Okay, these
Interceptor
auto
complete.
guns are not all that effective on big ships. What's that? There it is.
Hyperspace signatures have been found at these locations, but we detect no new ships.
There it is. Look.
Ready.
Interceptor complete.
Okay,
En
evasive
route.
maneuvers. Ah. Yeah, look. It grabs your ship and steals it, and then cloaks as well.
Attention, we have lost contact with one of our capital ships. Its last recorded position is here.
Okay, so it gets. Oh, and then it gets kind of teleported away. Okay, so that's what the junkyard dog does. Is it steals your ships. Okay, so you can't go in there with your capital ships because it will just steal them. And I don't know if it's actually indestructible or it's virtually indestructible, but it's. I remember thinking you try and kill it and it just steals everything. The junkyard dog, yeah. So it basically. Now let's try the idea then of a cloaked fighter. Let's see if we can get a cloaked fighter
Construction underway.
through there. Oh, you can kill it, says Kitsubin. I think you can kill it, said Lucky Luigi. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Those guns can't be too tough. I'll send them some destroyers. Yeah, that was what I vaguely remembered happening. So the junkyard dog pinches your ships, and you can't get through it because it's super fast, and it's super tough.
Standing by.
So I'm not sending in my valuable stuff in there because that will just be a problem. But what I'm going to do, however, is I think we're allowed to build one more. Where is it? Build. Yes, let's build a heavy
Assembly
cruiser.
underway.
There we go. Because who doesn't like heavy cruisers? Right, that means we can have maximum 3 heavy cruisers. Right, so have we built the cloaked fighter? Yes, we have.
Berths are clear.
Oh, I don't want to build another one. Let's just launch that baby. Launch the cloaked fighter. That sounds cool. The dog can be killed. It's a corvette that for some reason has more. Okay, so it has more hit points than the heavy cruiser. Yeah. Right, so here is our cloaked fighter.
Standing by.
Right, so I suspect, looking at this, I wonder if we can sneak over the top a bit. That's how far up can we go? Quite a long way up. So let's
Green
make
line
it go up
confirmed.
there. We'll fly along to the top and see if we can sneak down the other side. So there we go. There it goes, it's going up, 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 up.
Acknowledged.
That does seem to be keeping it out of dodge. Okay. What does the cloak fighter look like, by the way? Ooh, it's kind of like a wedgie. pointy thing. So how do we switch the cloak on? I suppose that's the first question. Kamikaze, no. Attack. Where's the cloak? There. Okay, cloak, C.
Initiating cloak.
Okay, so it's got a timer on it. So
Cloaking offline.
it can't stay cloaked for very long. Which kind of, I suppose, makes sense. Right, let's move it over to there then.
Moving to
Let's
destination.
see if it can get where it needs to go. Always, as always, I try not to think too hard about what happens to a crew of a stolen ship. I don't know. Do they get put in suspended animation, or do they just get eaten, or what? I don't know. The Thargoid War has reinvigorated ED. Excellent. Well, that's good news. And if they were now bending over backwards trying to retain players by making fighting Thargoids easier. Okay, I'm not sure that's necessarily a good thing, but I suppose if that's the content you've got, you want everyone to be able to access it. I suppose that makes sense. Are there any on-foot Thargoids yet? Because that was always the thing I was assumed was coming. But or is it just space combat, space Thargoid still? It's all relative, because FDev will make a mess of it as usual. Poor old FDev. Didn't they have some financial troubles as well recently? I saw something about them losing some shares or something. Was that... Probably nothing to do with ED, but there we go. Right, okay. We haven't been attacked so far. This might be working. Oh, is that a bunch of ships down there? What are those? I can't see them too far out of range. That looks like a stack load of... Oh, it just says Karos Automata. Don't know what that means. Right. Okay, so we're poised above the point now. Okay, so let's sneak down about halfway.
Move order confirmed.
Let's keep a close eye on what's going on here. Right. Will there be... What are they? It just says automata. Get rid of the cloak.
Heavy cruiser complete.
Yay. Where's the target? Okay, so nothing yet. Let's go halfway distance again.
Move order confirmed.
Get rid of the cloak. There it is. The Taiidan Rebel Junkyard. Ah, okay, there's a proximity sensor. Right, so we've got to get... Oh, there's a hyperspace gate. That's us. Proximity sensor. So the moment we go in there, we're going to trigger something, aren't we? So, okay. So what's the actual objective again? There we go. Dock strike craft with communications relay. Right, okay, that's basically what we've got to try and do. So presumably I can just click on that and then cloak. Will that work?
Copy.
How do I dock with? Space Thugs only. Okay, a new update will add ground missions. There might be some ground Thargoid things. Speculation on... Okay, cool. They lost 1.5 billion? Ow. Oh, share price went down. Okay, so they didn't really lose some money. They're just... valuation went down. Okay. Maybe if you build... Well, okay. Right, so how do I get the fighter to go there? Doesn't seem to... Just seems to deselect when I click it. How do I make them?
Dock order confirmed.
Oh, there we go. Right,
Going
cloak.
under. Let's stay calm.
Whoa. Okay. That didn't work. Even with the cloak on, that didn't work. But we've got a docker. How do we? In that case, we've got to get. It says docker strike craft for the communications relay. So either we send in a lot of strike craft and clear this area out of auto guns. So there's auto gun there, auto gun there. I'm going to try that next then. Okay, so launch. Well, the cloak fighter didn't work. It's a good try, but it didn't work. They detected it, so I'm not quite sure. It's not a very good cloak. Right, launch all. Actually, ideally, I just want the. Oh, let's launch all selected. Just get the whole line. Let's send in the interceptors. That sounds cool. FDev CM team are still a bunch of amateurs. Or listen, it's not their fault they're young. Little real knowledge about the game. That's why they're bringing devs. So devs. Oh, they're bringing devs in. Devs. That was always good when they brought the devs in.
Confirmed.
Right. Some of the CMs I liked. Some of them I thought were a bit lackluster, but I'm not a CM, so. Right, what have we got here? We have got our interceptors. Let's put them on evasive.
Defensive perimeter set.
No, I want them on aggressive mode, but I want them on evasive tactics. There we go. Let's put them into X formation.
Confirmed.
Let's move them up. Let's try the same tactic, but
Strike group coordinates locked in.
So yeah, so Stephen Usher says I've got the capital cloak ship now. Yeah, I don't want to take my capital ships in there because I know I'm just going to lose them. Step up from the dog ate my homework. The dog ate my spaceship. No, send in bombers as well as interceptors. Oh, okay. Right, I've got some bombers. Let's send those boys in there too then.
Reporting.
Let's send them all in. Yeah, so Ed Lewis was probably the high point of the Frontier CM team. I liked Ed Lewis. Yeah, he knew the game. B, he was very engaging, and yeah, he would. There's lots. Ed Lewis was a highlight. Yeah, Ed Lewis was. I haven't watched the current CM team for over a year anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So I can't really pass any judgment on them now. That wouldn't be fair. Drew, go around the outside. Well, I'm going over the top, but let's. We're going over the top. Right, let's try the same. Aggressive.
Weapons set to full power.
And evasive. I quite like that as a tactical thing. Let's put everybody in X formation.
New formation acknowledged. Reporting.
Oh, we're going to take this bad boy on.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Right. And we go. So, Stephen Usher's got stuff to do. Take care, Stephen Usher. See you soon. Go around the outside. Well, yeah. So is it going to make much difference attacking from the sides or attacking from the top? I don't know if it is. All right, the fighters, launch fighters. I've tried to use my usual speech to talk about movement in space. It always has it over the top, around the back. I mean, it's still. I mean, space is still space is three-dimensional, of course. So, I think over the top and around the sides is okay as long as you've agreed on a frame of reference, right? Which we kind of have. Okay, so we're still seeing a bunch of stuff. Palarid says go left. First time chat. So why go left? Go around the sides. Starfield, yeah, I'm looking forward to Starfield. I know it's not going to be like a spaceship simulator in the same sort of way, but it does look intriguing, so that's a cool thing. Right, so they're in aggressive mode, and they're in evasive tactics. Let's see what happens. Arrakis is here! Yay, good morning! They tried to make 3D matter in this game by making spaceship armor weak on the top and bottom. No, I don't know. Okay, we're almost in position, so let's go down and attack.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. It really depends on how tough. So those are proximity sensors.
Docking underway.
Let's just see if we can get one ship in. Will that work? Right, now attack that one.
Strike group prepare for assault.
Yeah, so that actually works quite well.
Strike group under enemy attack. Strike group prepare for assault.
Let's take
Strike
out these
group under
proximity
enemy attack.
sensors. Okay, there's one there. There's one.
Strike group reports hostile contact. Strike group prepare for
If we
assault.
can clear out enough of these guns.
Strike group to battle positions.
And we won't have to worry, won't we?
Strike group prepare for assault. Strike group prepare for assault.
Because they're static.
Strike group to battle positions.
Let's take out these proximity sensors as well, then maybe it won't know. Take that bad boy out. Go on. Yes.
Strike group to battle
I
positions.
think that's worked. We don't seem to be coming under any fire anymore. So let's
Roger.
take...
Ready.
Oh, there's one up there.
Standing by. Strike group attack order confirmed.
Let's just take a random ship
Acknowledged. Copy.
and tell it to dock.
Docking underway.
Well, any ship will do.
Strike group reports hostile
Ah, look,
contact.
there's the dog. Okay, don't wander over there, boys.
Strike group under enemy attack. Reporting. Strike group moving into position. Getting banged around. I'm in. Stay
One
on
ship's in.
communication link.
Yay!
Good. Stay tight. We've got a situation here.
Patching into
Stay
command
calm.
node
All right.
now.
Stay with me now.
Pick your target. The Taiidan resistance has been informed of your actions and are preparing the fleets. You have our thanks. The hyperspace coordinates you require have been transferred to your mothership. Farewell.
Alright, do we trust this
Hyperspace
guy?
enabled.
Okay, well that was that. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. So we kind of circumvented the dog. At least I showed you the dog. Okay, so rather than get those boys back, it's probably because it's in hostile space. Let's just hyperspace out of here.
Passive tactics confirmed.
Right,
Standing
we done
down.
it! Yay! We survived the dog. Woohoo! He does have a likable voice, so we trust the defector on the basis that he's nice. He sounds good. Right, okay, there we go. Right, next level. All right, we're now inside the core, getting very close to the Homeworld. I don't think we're going to get it this week, but maybe next week will be the end of the game.
According to the data we received from Captain Elson, the Homeworld system is surrounded by a network of hyperspace inhibitors. The inhibitors are all heavily shielded and do not show up on any sensors. Elson has provided us with coordinates of the most vulnerable inhibitor station. Our goal is to destroy the station and create our own access point.
Okay, so we can get past the inhibitor blockade. Nice. Okay. The Bridge of Sighs. Sounds like there might be some sort of
successful.
bad space
We are
battle
at the
going
edge
on
of
here.
the Homeworld system.
The edge of the Homeworld system. We're almost here.
Elson's information was correct. This is the field generator.
Okay.
We must destroy it.
Fair enough. Doesn't sound outrageously difficult so far. Why is our planet surrounded by hyperspace inhibitors? It's because it's no longer our planet, Big Boo. Okay, so basically our planet was taken over by the Taiidan Empire. We're fighting our way back to reclaim our planet, but it's protected by stuff, right? Since this is a 20-year-old game, it's probably not a spoiler to say the dog could have been disabled by a gravity generator. Oh, I didn't think of trying that. Okay, so there are 15 missions in total. We must be on mission 13, so we are not far from the end already.
Ready.
Where's my mouse pointer gone?
New heading set.
No, I've lost my mouse. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. My mouse pointer disappeared. All right. Okay, so. All right. Well, there's nothing showing up on the scanner at all. I can't remember these end parts of the games very well. I mean, there's obviously going to be some nasty surprise lurking in there, but there's nothing showing up on scanners at all, which is a bit weird. So I think let's build a cloaked fighter and send it in there again, because the other cloaked fighter didn't do very well. So let's see if it can redeem itself.
Construction underway.
Looks like we lost some of our interceptors. Ready. I'll build an extra interceptor just to make that look neat.
Construction underway. Resource collector awaiting orders. Reporting.
Cloaked fighter complete. Interceptor complete.
Okay, there's the cloaked fighter.
Acknowledged.
Right. Let's fly you into there and see what's going on. There's got to be something in there, right? This is the 14th mission, is it? Okay, so there's actually only 2 missions. This is the last of 2 missions. Okay, be ready to stop the moment we see something, or cloak anyway. Nothing yet. Can't just be nothing out there, surely. Halfway there, still nothing. It's a trap.
We've got enemy contact.
Oh,
Initiating cloak. Watch your 6.
there's a ship.
Destination locked in.
Where did that come from? Why wasn't that showing up on scanners? And it can see me as well. So this cloak does not work.
Coordinates confirmed.
So cloaking tech seems to be very... okay, there's a Taiidan ion cannon frigate. Well, there was. There must be some sort of cloaking field around the whole thing. I think this is the mission where I broke the game by salvaging so many ion cannon frigates. But I can't see anything on the scanner, so I'm totally blind as to what's in there. Let's put a probe in there. If in doubt, build a probe.
Earths are clear.
I don't know why those
Research Division reports advancements in sensor fidelity which would allow us to determine the location of enemy ships.
Oh,
We advise commencing research immediately.
I'll definitely have one of those. Sensors
New
array.
research available.
That's what we need.
Probe complete.
Okay, I might build that first then. Fidelity, high fidelity, high fidelity. But did I turn? Yeah, I did. I pressed C, and the cloak said it was activated. It was draining down on the thing, but it just still got shot. Take off its landing gears, put it on bricks. I could build a space hi-fi. Come on, build those sensors array. Let's do that research. That is going to help. So before we send the probe in, Let's find out if this new sensors array can actually show us what's going on. Because that would be very useful to know. Oh, we didn't have to look at our new thing. So that's the
Research complete.
that's the one we pinched, the heavy cruiser.
Ready.
That one down there is our version
Roger.
of it. Look at that, big bad boy. Nice. Okay. Right, so that's complete. What can we now build? We can build a sensors array.
Construction underway.
Let's build the sensors array and see if that gives us more intel. Hopefully it does. Biggest resonance chamber ever. Yeah, so I should have switched it into evasive mode. You're quite right. What's
Standing
that
by.
ship? There's an interceptor on its own for some reason. Why is it parked over there? Stupid ship. Go back over there with the other boys.
Moving to destination.
Okay, so we're building the sensor array. So, okay, so what does it say about it? Sensor support flap enhances the mothership sensor range. Strong versus none. Weak versus bombers, frigates, and capital ships. Okay, so it's not an offensive thing. I might be finishing today. I don't think I'll finish today somehow because I've got a feeling the last battle is it's just insanely bad, as you would expect.
Sensors
right.
array complete.
Sensors array is now coming out. There it is there. Looks like it's an unmanned vessel of some kind. Okay, what does it do, if anything? Oh, it sort of unwraps. Almost like an extra dish. Okay, but okay. So what does it do? Oh, I can see targets. Ah, right. Okay, now I can see the scale of the problem. Okay, so there's the field generator in the middle of the map, surrounded by like a sphere of ships. Okay. So if we try and go through there, we're just going to be utterly surrounded. Is this what you said about pinching the ships? This is the Grand Theft spaceship level. Oh yes, okay, so what we could do is this one where we can sneak in with some cloaked capital ships and pinch some of their ships. Let's try that. There's a cloak generator as a thing.
Underway.
As I recall,
Construction underway.
the cloak generator doesn't last very long, so what you do is you
Assembly
build
underway.
a series of them, and then each one keeps cloaking. Yeah, so that's... And then what we can do is we can steal a hole in the ship, in the corvette line. This takes a little bit of time, but yeah, there's no alternative because we've got to weaken the ships. We could try flying around the back where it's a bit weaker, but the moment one's going to be alerted, it's like a Death Star, isn't it? A Death Star of ships, and they're all iron cannon frigates, so we can't muss up. I know there's a hyperspace gate there as well. I wonder if we can destroy that. Let's see if we can destroy the hyperspace gate, because we don't
Attack run initiated.
want those hanging about.
Weapons set to full power.
Cloak generator complete.
While we're building this cloak generator, these things I think allow them to reinforce stuff. So we kind of want to obliterate that. Let's see if we can destroy it. There's a carrier over there, there's some fighters, there's all sorts of stuff which we can now see, but we're not in their range, so they can't see us. It's just, oh, there's destroyers and everything. Patrol ships, this is a massive armada. We've got to be careful here because we're easily outmatched firepower wise. Okay. Right, these bad boys, take out that platform. Be a bit careful here. How close? Actually, I think we're okay because I'm not going to be in range of those boys. I just want them to take out this thing.
Cloak generator complete.
and then we'll get them to back out again. Might be a good idea to save before starting. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's do a save objectives. Let's just call it massive armada. There we go. Good plan. Good plan. No, you've got to destroy the platform. What's it doing? It's doing something. Is it glowing? No, it's glowing now. Generally when things glow in space games, that's a bad idea. Right, come on, group 2, group 1,
Group 1
obliterate
copies.
it. Destroy it. Boom, 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 boom. Uh-oh. Ah!
The enemy has activated several standing hyperspace gates. Destroy the gates to prevent enemy reinforcement.
Oh, really? Okay, that might not have been the best move then. Okay, well, we destroyed that lot. Okay, so now they're kind of alerted to our presence.
Stay on top of them.
Let's move these boys back. I thought we might be able to destroy that
Moving while
without.
engaging.
They're not going to be a great deal of use against these. Well, they are killing them, though. Fighters. Tell you what, I'm going to reload that game. Let's not do that. I don't really want to. I don't really want to alert them to my presence. Before I try the other attack.
Group 1 reporting.
So, boys, abort. Go back over there.
Moving while engaging. Course set.
Don't
Group
fire on
1
it.
reports enemy contact.
Don't fire on it. Back off. Good. Right.
Ready.
Let's. Right. Have we built the 3 thingies? Okay. So there's one
Copy.
there. Right. There's 2. Where's the 3rd one? Is it still coming? No. Where's the 3rd one?
Resource collector awaiting orders.
Cloak generator complete.
No, there it is. It's just waiting to come out. Okay. Let's choose
Standing by.
group 9.
Group 9.
Move them forward.
Green line confirmed.
Let's take these cloak
Roger.
generators. Move them forward as well.
En route.
Okay. Now this I think is the technique. Presents should be a sequential, just ready to be opened. Massive armada is not mine. Yeah. Okay, now that's group 9. I'm going to rejig these. So I'm going to call that one
Standing by.
6. No, 6.
Group 6 designated.
That one
Acknowledged.
7.
Group 7
And
designated.
that one
Standing by.
8.
Group 8 designated.
Okay, I'm going to put those guys
Copy.
in sphere formation and tell them to. Okay, I'm going to try and get
Standing
these
by.
guys to guard those guys. Let's see if
Guard
that
order
works.
confirmed.
See what the formation looks like. Is that close enough? Right. Okay. Let's try 6.
Group 6 copies.
See if this works. Engage cloak.
Cloaking sail active.
How can you tell which ships are cloaked? It's difficult to tell. I think that's cloaking all of those ships. That seems to be working. Good.
Cloak field disengaged.
Okay, 7.
Group 7.
Food goods and the same thing. Cloak?
Initiating cloak.
Yeah, it's hiding everybody.
Cloaking offline.
Okay. Right, and
Group 8 reporting.
Cloak as well.
Going under.
That should cloak everybody. Good. Okay, good. So
Cloak field disengaged.
we should therefore be able to cloak with impunity, I think. So let's cloak.
Initiating cloak.
Let's
Roger.
move these to see if we can get the nearest. Let's see if this works first. Let's just choose that one.
Move order confirmed.
There we go. These boys should be guarding.
Ready.
that one.
Ready. Acknowledged. Escort pattern
Stay
locked
there.
in.
I'm hoping the cloak is on. So that's cloaking there. So
Group
what we've
6
got to do here, I think. First time chat. Horny, good morning, Mr. Wager. Hello, hello, hello. And I think what happens is as this one runs out, we activate the next one, and then we activate the next one, and then as that one's discharging, it recharges its cloak, I think. Oh, and the space tea has arrived.
Recharge the cloak.
As we recharge the cloak, the space tea
arrives.
has decloaked. Thank you very much, mother. Right, so stand by to switch to cloaking device number 2. Oh, tense. No, so DJ Skipper, we've got the long range scanners on, which I don't think the Taiidan have. So let's see if this works. So we're about to lose the cloak on number 6. So switching to 7.
Group 7 reporting.
Engage cloak. 6.
Group 6
Deactivate
reporting.
cloak.
Disengaging cloak field.
There we go. We should still be cloaked. I'm hoping. That will now recharge whilst that one's discharging. But it takes twice as long to recharge as it does to decloak. So let's find out if this is going to work. I haven't spotted this yet.
Group 7 copies.
7 is discharging. 6 should be
6
recharging
copies.
slowly. Yeah.
Group 7.
Still no movement from the enemy. Stealth special. Right, there's our target there. Can we get to it without it spotting us? Cloak shield 7 is now half gone. Is it going to see us coming? This is an audacious move. It is a very big trap. Okay, group 7 is discharging. Group 6 isn't charging very fast. Yeah. 7 is running out of... Oh, these ships are so slow though. Okay, stand by to switch to group 8. Group 8, activate cloak.
Cloaking engaged.
Group 7, deactivate
copies.
cloak.
Cloaking offline.
Okay. There's the ships. Is this going to work? They're right on the edge now. Oh, they're just not very fast.
Status report.
No. Cloak doesn't work. No, it's not effective enough.
Group 6 destroyed.
Right, let's just try
Roger.
and grab it anyway.
Group 8 destroyed.
Copy.
No.
Reporting.
Group 7 reports enemy contact.
This plan didn't work.
Gotcha.
The cloak doesn't work. The cloak does not work.
Plan destroyed.
They can see it.
Group 7 defeated.
Okay. Alright, well that was not successful. Okay, rethink. I thought you could sneak in there. Yeah, the cloak wasn't effective. I thought you could do that. I tell you what, let's deal with these reinforcement thingies.
Group 1
They
reporting.
don't seem to be... Okay, they know we're here now, surely, but they haven't broken off and attacked us, so they seem to be in a purely defensive posture.
Attack
So
vector laid in. Group 2.
let's get rid of
Lock all
this
weapons
by
on
using
target.
2 and 4. And I think we're just going to have the mother of all space battles. I think that's how we're going to do this one. Let's just go killable. See how well we do. Let's deal with this gate here. I don't think we need to worry about the 2 gates that are on the side because they're so far away. They're kind of not going to be relevant. But these destroyers should take care of the fighters that come out. Let's just switch everybody to
Roger.
aggressive mode.
Show no mercy.
Maximum firepower. Let's get those bad boys in there. Let's deal with this static hyperspace gate. Yeah, that cloak advice. I'm sure that used to work, but it didn't. It wasn't affected. They seem to be able to see through the cloak. So it doesn't matter if you got the cloak activated or not. And I'm sure in the original game that worked. And you could steal some of the ships. Because yeah, a few of you've... yeah, I could use wall formation, that's not that good.
Strike group confirmed.
So a few of you remember that, right? You basically punch a hole through the side of the frigates because using the cloaking device, and you pinch them and you can reinforce your own fleet, which is pretty cool. But it didn't seem to work in this version, so I think we're going to have to do it the heavy guns version. Mother of all space battles is fun. It would have been fun just to pinch a ship. I mean, stealing your enemy ships is pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna have to space battle it. So thinking of that, let's group. Actually, let's deal with this battle first. Right. So we'll get these boys to obliterate the hyperspace gate, which should activate when we get close. Here they come. But the missile destroyer should make short work of those ships. Dun 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 dun. Apart from the capital ships are really slow. Come on! Although I have put them in power to guns of my mode. So right, boys, obliterate it. Come on, you can do it. Here they come. Time for some space pew pew. And it activates the hyperspace gates.
The enemy has activated several
so there's
standing
those two on the side.
hyperspace
I don't think we
gates.
need to worry about.
Destroy the gates to prevent enemy reinforcement.
Yeah, okay.
Strike group under enemy attack.
Okay, so group 2, just missile the hell out of that
To
lot.
battle position.
That won't last long. Not against missile destroyers. There was a support frigate in there. We destroyed the gate, so that's good. Yeah, look, they're just getting incinerated. So that's a thing. Those missile destroyers are so useful. Let's go to head back.
Confirmed. Moving while engaging.
I like the way the big ships try and shoot the tiny little fighters down with their massive beam cannons, even though it doesn't work. They just keep firing anyway.
Group 1 reports victory.
There we go. Well done, everybody. So just a little bit of healing needed. Group 4,
reporting.
do some healing. What was healing again? Why? No, it's repair.
Acknowledged.
No, group 4.
Group 4.
Why? That one.
Repairs
There we go.
initiated.
And you boys head back to the fleet.
No problem. This is a cakewalk. Strike group coordinates.
Okay, so we dealt with that. That's good. Right, so let's send the probe in. Let's see if we can trigger anything. I'll save it again. Let's save it over the same place because it doesn't need to really have an additional thing, does it? Return to game. Right, okay, let's send in the probe. Let's send the probe past it actually. Sometimes the probe can stay around if you're lucky. Let's find out what happens, because those ships, those ion cannon frigates will never be able to hit a probe. Then we'll get the fleet organised, see if we can punch our way through. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so there's a massive sphere of what appear to be ion cannon frigates. They're quite loosely, so if they don't form up quickly, we might just be able to pick them off one at a time. Okay, there's a bunch of destroyers. More ion cannon frigates and things. Okay, so are they going to detect the probe? Oh look, so this thing is... This is the field generator we've got to destroy. Ooh. They managed to hit the probe. But they're static. They don't move. Okay. Right. Okay.
Ready?
Group 1. Let's form up the fleet.
Strike group coordinates
Right.
locked in. Group 5.
Group 0, Group 10. You get in there as well.
Green line confirmed.
Group 4.
Group 4. Group 3 reporting. Group 5 standing by. Roger.
Group 4. No, it's Group 3.
Group
okay.
3.
Put them in wall formation because they're very effective.
Strike group acknowledged.
Get out there.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Right. Dun 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 dun. Tell you what, these little boys, these attack ships might be quite good.
Group 5 designated.
If I put them in evasive mode,
Show no mercy.
I put them in X formation,
Forming strike group.
they might be quite good. Let's see how they fare against these ships
Strike group
because they
moving into
shouldn't
position.
be able to be killed by them. Oh, I didn't put that in Group 10.
Reporting.
Group 10 reinforced.
Let's bring them forward.
Moving to destination. Standing by.
Group 5.
Group 5.
Let's see, so these boys should be quite good at dealing with. Let's see if we can pick one off. Let's take out that one.
Strike group, prepare for assault.
Okay, so they're in aggressive formation but evasive maneuvers. Right, let's see how well they do against this shit. Because they might be quite effective. Because they shouldn't be able to be hit by the beam lasers. Let's see how effective these boys are. Dun 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 dun. So they're all ion cannon frigates, so they should be easy pickings for an attack bomber. Okay, you obliterate it. But go into evasive maneuvers. Come on, evade, evade, evade. Did they get hit? Okay, not super effective. But they're not being hit, so that's the thing. Not really doing much damage to it though. They're definitely triggering the enemy though, aren't they? Okay, so that's being moderately effective.
Strike group reports hostile contact.
We lost one. Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to be super effective.
Strike group receiving fire.
No, it's alright. Little furball though, isn't it? Oh.
Strike group
Multi-gun
reports hostile
corvettes
contact.
coming
Strike
in.
group
Okay.
under enemy attack. Group 5
okay, that's
copies.
not gonna work.
This is a cakewalk. No problem. Strike group moving into position.
We sort of did a bit of damage.
5 reports enemy contact. Group
Run
5
away.
under attack.
Okay, yeah.
Strike group reports hostile
So yeah,
contact.
so they've got multi-gun corvettes to come in
5 reports
and
enemy
deal with it.
contact. Group 5 under attack.
On back to the fleet.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Okay, so the multi-gun corvettes are pursuing. Will they stop at the edge, I wonder? Yeah, look.
Group
Beyond a
5
certain
reports
range, they
enemy
just
contact.
aren't interested. So let's get
Copy.
all of these boys.
Strike group moving into position.
Let's go on the offensive. Bum, 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 bum. All ships aggressive.
Group 2 reports
Maximum
enemy
power.
contact.
Show no mercy.
Show no
Group
mercy.
4 reports enemy contact. Group 10 reports enemy contact.
Group 2 copies.
Group 4 under attack.
Strike group, prepare for assault.
Group 1 under attack. Group 10 under attack. Group
so 1,
reports enemy contact.
3,
Group 3
and 10.
reports enemy contact.
Group 1.
Attack.
3 standing by. Pursuing
Oh
targets.
look, they actually have
Group
shrunk.
1 under attack.
They have
Group
actually
10
broken
reports
formation.
Enemy contact. Group 4 reports enemy
Okay,
contact.
so do
Strike
2,
group
you deal
under
with
enemy attack. Group 2
things.
reporting.
Group 5 is coming back. Why
reporting.
don't you just shoot around?
Strike
Last
groups
thing.
battle position.
Okay, so 1,
Group 1
3,
copies.
10.
Strike
Let's take
group
one ship at a
receiving
time.
fire.
That's the way
Group
to do
10.
it.
Strike group attack order confirmed.
Pew pew. Why are those support?
Copy.
What are they doing there?
Strike group
Stay
under
back and
enemy
guard
attack.
those guys.
Moving into formation.
1,
Group 1
3,
copies.
10.
Group 10 reporting.
Okay, we're obliterating them. Destroy them all! I have just revealed my position. Yes, we are here. Oh, some of them are running away, look. That's good.
Reports victory.
Right. tell you what, 2.
Group
You
2
guard
copies.
all the other ships.
Guard order confirmed.
1,
Nice to be
3,
with you.
10.
1.
Let's go kill.
Pursuing targets. Attack coordinates locked in. Confirmed.
5, you might as
Strike
well
group.
attack as well.
Prepare for assault.
We have blown a hole. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we have. Look, we've totally obliterated a massive section of the wall. Okay, well that's good. Let's keep on with that. Maybe it's not going to be quite so difficult as it looks.
Frigate under attack.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, there we are, getting close to the base as well. What are those boys doing in the front line? Jesus, get back. Why do all the defensive frigates go? Right, see what, I'm going to place myself right in the front line, because that's the sensible place to be.
Stabilizers offline.
Frigate
Oh,
lost.
see
Group
this
1
stupid
reporting.
shit.
Group 3 pursuing targets. Lock all weapons on target.
I'm supposed to be
Reporting.
healing
Group
the other
10
ships.
has defeated the enemy.
Group
2.
2 reporting.
1, 2,
Group 1
3,
copies.
10.
Group 10 reporting.
Oh dear.
Engaging.
Let's just attack everything.
Roger.
So hang on, 1, 2,
Group
3, 5,
Group
and 10.
5 reporting.
Just
Strike group
engage.
to battle positions.
Maximum power. Why are these? What are they doing? Get back out of the line of fire, boys.
Destination locked in. At ease.
Dear oh dear. Right, I think everybody's now behaving themselves. Trying to get those support frigates to behave themselves. 1,
Group 1
2,
copies.
3,
Group
10.
2.
Right,
10 copies.
engage.
Strike group receiving
There's
fire.
another one there. Let's get that one
Lock
first.
all weapons on target.
So we can clear a few more of these out. Yes. Right, okay, we've awakened this. So they seem to attack in groups. They don't seem to be very coordinated, so we can deal with a section of the ships at a time. So they've failed to use their overwhelming numbers effectively.
Strike group under enemy
Which
attack.
is good. We don't mind that. Those ships are
5.
useless. Let's retire them.
Alright, that's it. Retirement confirmed.
1,
Group 1
2,
copies.
3, 0. Let's
3.
just stick with capital ships, because capital ships are the best.
Attack run
Engage.
initiated.
We'll mop these boys up. Actually, let's just have a free for all. Fire at will. Engage targets of opportunity. Because we've got overwhelming firepower
Strike group under enemy attack.
based on these things. Yes. Yeah, the little one's made for a good distraction, but we don't need them now. We've got so much concentrated firepower that these frigates aren't doing any damage to us whatsoever. Because we've got these massive guns. We like massive guns. Massive guns are cool. Some of the ships at the back even haven't got in on the fight, and there's nothing left for them to shoot at by the time they get there. Oh, there's another one coming in. Let's deal with that one. Kill that one. All ships concentrate fire. Look, it just melts.
Group 1 has defeated the enemy.
Yes.
Attack run initiated.
Group 2 reports victory.
Right.
Pursuing targets.
Okay, so there's just a few more we need to mop up, really.
Lock all weapons on target.
So we've blasted it. Look, I think we could, if we just get rid of these ones here, just for safety, I think we might be able to just blast our way through here. It's going well thus far. And if any of those come in, we'll just pick them off one at a time. That seems to be quite effective. Yeah, the zoom in that's quite good with our sound effects, isn't it? There's like a kind of weird spacey music in the background, but unless you charge in. So if we zoom in on the ship, we'll get the battle sounds. But it kind of does that sort of there's no sound in space kind of thing, because if you zoom out, there's nothing.
Pursuing targets.
There's nothing to see.
Attack coordinates locked in.
And I like the fact you can zoom in and see things from the enemy's perspective as they melt. Look at this. Boom, boom, heavy guns. Doesn't stand a chance. Right. Okay. How are we doing? We have cleared a path. Shall we let's go for broke, shall we? Let's head in there.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
Go. Okay, we've got one ship that got slightly damaged. That's not too bad. We can fix that. I suppose I should have set the old resource collectors to collecting, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Come on.
Ready. Guard order confirmed. Ready. Collection confirmed.
So we'll go and get some.
Standing by.
Right. There is the hyperspace gate. There's a bunch of ships there. There's some destroyers over there. I think we need to kill them
Target
first. Let's go
confirmed.
get them. Let's get the heaviest ships first. Destroyer, 4 destroyers. Okay, so this is going to be quite.
Attacking
It should be a
capital
nice
ship.
little barney. Ooh, cutscene. Save, maybe. That's probably a good idea. Let's have the cutscene. It's a massive installation, isn't it? And it's sort of rotating in that odd sort of way. Just trying to give us a bit of majesty here. Majesty of the hyperspace inhibitor. It's a bit it's a bit Blade Runner-y, the music here, isn't it? No, that's dangerous flying around like that. I presume it's dropping something off. I don't know what it's trying to do. Long cutscene. Oh, that's presumably a support frigate of the enemy type or something, or a resource controller of the enemy type. Makes sense. Yeah, everything being like super big is good, isn't it? It does get a grandness of it. It's just a lovely atmospheric. Yeah, it's really laying it on quite heavy for this particular cutscene. Yeah, it's definitely got a Blade Runner theme music there, isn't it? Lots of bass. Okay, I've got a feeling my guys might have engaged now. I'd quite like to get back to my ships now, see what the heck's going on with that battle. With that really big, important space battle that we were trying to fight. The blue things in the centre, I think, are the resource. They're resource controllers for the salvagers, not the salvagers, the harvesters. I wonder if it pauses the motion of the game while it's doing the cutscenes or not. I assume it kind of does. Because I can hear some shooting going on in the background. There we go. Cutscene. Yeah, see, look, battle has been taking place. Group 1
reporting.
2,
Group
3,
copies.
and 0.
Reporting.
Get in. So you've kind of missed the battle because of the
Engaging
cutscene.
targets of opportunity.
which is a just a little bit of a shame, actually.
Group 3 copies.
Oh, Group 3 got wiped out during the cutscene. That's not fair. There's only one iron cannon frigate left. That's just not right.
Group 1 reporting.
Why did my... Okay, that's definitely a design flaw.
Attack vector laid in.
Right, let's try shooting these things. Oh, there's another ship. Let's get that one.
Subsystem target acquired.
No, no subsystem, just obliterate it.
Capital ship locked in.
Group 10 reports victory.
Okay, there's a
Attacking
massive
capital ship.
one of those heavy cruiser
We're
coming.
drawing heavy fire.
Yeah,
Group
don't
3
worry.
destroyed.
So I lost all my iron cannons frigate. That's game balancing. That's right. All your ships are destroyed. Fortunately, I'd issued them some orders so they didn't just sit there. But let's deal with this boy. Yeah, he should melt pretty fast under that combined attack. Yes. Overwhelming firepower. I'm gonna have to rebuild. You know what? I'll do that now. Mothership, go and build those iron cannons again.
Construction underway. Construction underway. Assembly
That's
underway.
isn't it? And the support
Berths
frigate
are
as well.
clear.
Right, why are you going over there, boys? Let's
Group
destroy
2
this thing. This is the thing we've got to
Strike
destroy.
prepare for assault.
I think I'll switch them to evasive mode here. All ships attack that. Seems a shame to blow it up, but
Lock all weapons on target.
all these moments will be lost forever. Like ships during a cutscene. That's a bit mean, isn't it? Oh yeah, all your ships died in the cutscene. I could hear a battle going on. I was like, is that actually happening, or is it the game on pause?
Attack vector laid in.
It wasn't. It killed my ships during the cutscene. It's like Star Citizen's lifts. They're pretty they're super dangerous. And Elite Dangerous sort of kills you when it desyncs on your hyperspace jumps and things like that. It's
Attack
like all these
vector
games
laid
have an Achilles heel for the player. Boom.
Iron cannon
Totally.
frigate complete.
Totally unopposed destruction of the hyperspace inhibitor here. Boom, 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 boom.
There's nothing left out here.
Support frigate complete.
Resources exhausted.
Yeah, see, it's got no chance now. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, bang, bang, bang. They are good, aren't they? The explosions are good, actually, aren't they? They are good. Definitely delivering on the pew pew today. Let's destroy everything. The hyperspace inhibitor is
Bearing
down.
to target.
Let's take out those boys in the middle as well, because why not?
Iron cannon frigate complete.
The field surrounding the Homeworld system has been shut down. Hyperdrive online.
Hyperdrive is online. Alright, so that
Group
was
10 has defeated the enemy.
not too bad, actually, was it? So the rest of the ships are like, nope, we're not attacking that lot. No way.
Strike group moving into position.
Right, so I'm guessing we are now virtually. We let slip the cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Yes. Oh, the best Elite Dangerous Killer was the station. That's right. Yes, you were much more. Well, that's true of the original Elite. Actually, you were much more in danger of dying when docking than at any other time in the game, which is always quite funny. Right, let's set those boys to neutral.
At ease.
Get yourselves out of there. Right, all ships return to the mothership.
Strike group moving into position.
We have dealt with the enemy. Bum, bum, bum. Right, we're rebuilding the amazing. Right, so did the rest of the group survive? Group 1 is still intact. Group 2 is still intact.
Group 2 standing by.
Group 3 was destroyed, of
Group
course.
4 copies.
Group 4 is still there. Group 5. Right, I think we should reorganise this because, to be honest, the big fat
Confirmed.
heavy cruisers
Group 4 copies.
should really be Group 1, shouldn't they?
Group 10 copies.
Let's call them Group 1. There we
Group
go.
1 designated.
The destroyer should be Group 2. So that destroyer and that destroyer. Is that all the destroyers? No. It's actually quite hard to pick them up. Let's get ourselves organised because I've got a feeling, I suspect, what's going to happen next
Ready. Ready.
is a massive battle
Standing by.
for the homeworld. Why can't I select just the ones I want?
Roger.
It's actually really difficult to do this selection. I don't think this is an improvement on the original here.
Acknowledged.
Okay, so that's missile destroyer. So I want that's heavy cruiser. There's those ones. Yeah, but I don't want to select them. What I want to do is I want to
Reporting.
combine them. There. I think I got them. Right, so that's going to be group 2.
Group 2 designated.
Missile destroyers can be group
Standing by.
4. Because they're actually no, let's call them
Group
3.
three
So we've got
designated.
one,
Group 1.
which should be the massive ships. 2 should
Group
then
2
be
reporting.
destroyers. Oh look, there's a carrier.
Group 1
2, 3,
reporting.
4.
Group 2.
Just
Group 4.
Just right
Engage
there.
capital ship.
because it's there. Let's destroy anything. The other ships look like they're just kind of died. They're just sort of sitting there waiting to be shot. It's like the AI has given up. It's like no, can't defeat them. No chance. Let's destroy the carrier as well.
Group 1 has
There we go.
defeated the
Damn that
enemy.
one.
Strike group attack order confirmed.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
I could capture everything.
Group 2 has defeated the enemy.
Strike group receiving
But
fire.
I've got so many. I've got so many exhaust units. Might as well just build out. I think that's what we'll do. Right. So one.
Group 1 standing by. Group 2
No, we're actually
standing
under
by.
attack.
Strike group receiving fire.
Group 2
They
reports
are
enemy
actually attacking
contact.
us.
Group 3
They're
copies.
still attacking us.
Strike group to battle positions.
They won't last very long though.
Group 1 reports victory.
Strike group attack order confirmed.
Destroy them all.
Strike group to battle positions.
Group 2 reports victory.
There we go.
Group 2 under attack.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
I think that's everything now. Right, let's get ourselves organised. So, right,
Group one
okay. So
standing
1
by.
is those are the heavy cruisers. 2 should be the 6 destroyers. 3
3
is the
reporting.
2 missile destroyers. 4
4 copies.
is currently the support frigates, but I don't want them to be the support frigates. I'll make that the other side. Let's
Copy.
have a look at
Iron
here.
cannon
So
frigate complete.
let's get those
Group
currently
4 reporting.
are there.
Green line confirmed. Resource collector awaiting instructions. Ready.
Plus those.
Engaging.
No.
En route. Standing by.
I don't think the fighters are going to be a great deal more use now. So,
Standing by. Docking with carrier.
right, so that's I'm going to call
Ready.
that group 5.
Group 5 assigned.
Just stay out the
Green
way for
line
a moment.
confirmed.
Right, so
Docking
we're building
signal
out the ion cannon frigates.
Reporting.
Okay, we've got 6 of them so far. You can exceed. Oh, it is better, Captain. You can exceed the ship limit this way. Trouble is, if the game automatically scales the size of the baddie fleet based on my fleet, it's kind of a bit pointless, isn't it? I'm just going to make it more difficult for myself. I'm quite happy to stick with what we've got.
Roger.
I think we've got enough
Iron
ships.
cannon frigate complete.
I'm
Strike
hoping we've got
group
enough ships
coordinates
anyway.
locked in.
Okay, so we've got, what are they?
Reporting.
Oh, they're the harvesters.
Acknowledged.
Are they still
Collection
harvesting?
confirmed. Copy.
They've
Escort
found a
pattern
few
locked
things.
in.
They can just. They're coming back. Right. Good. How are we doing with the build? The mothership. 2 more Iron frigates to go. Okay. How many am I allowed to have? Let's have a look. Okay, so I've maxed out destroyers, missiles, destroyers, and heavy cruisers. Good. Frigates, though, I can have a stack load more frigates. So should we have a second? Tell you what, let's have a second wave of frigates. I like frigates. Let's have another. If I can make them build. So actually, let's get the carrier to build some frigates as well. 1, 2, 3,
Construction
4,
underway.
5, 6.
Berths are clear.
And then I'll get the mothership to build 3 more as well.
Assembly underway. Assembly
Nice.
underway.
There we go. Then we'll have 18 iron cannon frigates. I'm going to try and max out the frigates. That's what I'm going to try and do.
Iron
Maybe we'll
cannon
just
frigate complete.
max out. Maybe we should max out the corvettes. Oh, we can have 42 corvettes. I don't know what's useful corvette-wise. Fighters we can have up to 70. I'm not sure. Well, I must admit, I prefer to take everything over with massive capital ships. I suppose we could have a bunch of because we're going into the final boss battle for next week, aren't we? That's basically what's next week's going to be the end. I think it's going to be most helpful to have multi-gun corvettes. So let's burn some resources on multi-gun
Iron
corvettes
cannon
aboard the
frigate
carrier. Let's
complete.
keep them docked for the moment. Okay, so they're good versus fighters, but not capital ship. I think fighters could be another. Or do we get heavy corvettes? I'm going to go for multi-gun corvettes.
Assembly
Let's
underway.
build a
Berths are clear.
stack load of
Berths
them.
are clear. Berths are clear.
Iron
Just
cannon
as a
frigate
fighter
complete.
defence
Construction underway.
as well.
Construction underway. Construction underway.
And we'll just have a massive fleet of stuff. That's probably going to be enough, I think. I hope.
Multi-gun corvette complete.
Although, actually, I just realised those guys are wandering into
Acknowledged.
enemy territory, aren't they? Are the baddies about? Probably are. Are they far enough away? I think they're
Multi-gun
far enough
corvette
away that we're okay.
complete.
Okay,
Confirmed.
cool.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
So the iron cannon frigates are still under construction. There's going to be a lot of iron cannon frigates. Right, let's arrange our fleet so we can kind of see what we've got. Right, so we have. Let's put those boys over there. Put 2
Order confirmed.
over there.
Group 2 reporting. Strike group moving into
3.
position. Group 3.
Put over there. 4
Iron cannon
We
frigate
haven't-
complete.
Destination
yet.
locked in. Group 4.
because we haven't built all the iron cannon frigates. Those boys are going to
Confirmed.
be group 5 now.
Group 5 designated. Multi-gun corvette complete.
And we'll max out with offensive firepower. I just want to go into the final round with as much firepower as possible. Yeah. Okay. Good. Lots and lots of iron cannon frigates. Because iron cannon frigates are cool.
Multi-gun corvette complete.
We've got a few salvage thingies just in case we need them. Okay, so Mothership has got 2 iron cannon frigates to
frigate
build,
complete.
and the carrier has got 3. Okay, so out the front we should have
Multi-gun corvette
1,
Group 1 standing by.
which should be 3 heavy cruisers. Yeah. 2 should
standing
be
by.
6 destroyers. 3
Group
should
3
be
reporting.
2 missile destroyers.
Iron cannon frigate complete.
It's looking good. It's looking good.
Multi-gun corvette
Whoa,
complete.
it's going to be exciting. Next week's exciting episode, the final battle for the Homeworld. Dun dun dun.
Mothership.
There's a lot of iron cannon frigates. Might as well, I suppose I might as well burn all of the resources really, because I might as well max out with as much firepower as possible. So frigates, I can have 3 more frigates apparently. I've got 3 more to build, so that's actually going to be it. I've maxed out the firepower. Frigates, destroyers, heavy cruisers, everything. There can be no more power. Okay. Save some probes or repairs. Yeah, so I've got some repair ships, and there might be a few lost. But in general terms, we are
Multi-gun corvette complete.
down to 10,000 now. So we'll have so multi-gun corvettes will give us fighter defensive screens against fighters. Then we just got overwhelming big ship firepower. Fingers crossed we will be able to assault the Homeworld, take it over again.
Multi-gun corvette complete.
Fingers crossed. And kitchen sinks. They can do a bit of damage. That's a very good point. How's my resourcing operation going, by the way? Are they actually picking up anything?
Standing by.
Oh no, what are they doing?
Multi-gun corvette
Collecting.
complete.
They're collecting things, look. Oh, they're collecting...
Iron cannon frigate complete.
They're collecting stuff. Interesting, okay. Ah, I think we've just maxed out the frigates. Here we have, there we go. So I can't have that last frigate.
Multi-gun corvette complete.
Mothership.
So that is it. So we have a total of 17 ion cannon frigates. Nice. So that's group 4.
Group 4 designated.
Bum bum bum. Move.
Coordinates confirmed.
There we are. That's
Multi-gun
group 4.
corvette complete.
Okay, so plenty of firepower. Okay, so I've maxed out the frigates. I've maxed out the destroyers. I've maxed out the missile carriers. I've maxed out the heavy cruisers. So that is it for the time being, unless I captured some more, but I can't really be bothered. All this effort to go in the last mission, just see if I can do it too. No, that's definitely going to be next week's stream. We might jump in and have a quick look. Just because. Right, I think that is it. There's no way you can get through it all in 10 minutes. It's multiple waves. I know that. Can't you just pay the fine? All this effort to return an overdue artifact from the library to your home planet. I know, it's hard work, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that fleet. Not gonna mess with us. Bum bum bum. And isn't that Taiidan defector supposed to come to our aid at some point as well? So I'm surprised he hasn't turned up, to be honest.
Multi-gun corvette complete.
But he hasn't, so... Okay, so 3 more multi-gun corvettes. Leave us some spare resources as well. Those late library fines are brutal. Compound interest means the fine is now more than the gross domestic product of an entire planet. Probably is. I like the way they leave one guy out the front. Look. Oh no, 2 guys. Those are that's the hero squadron. Look, 2 guys out the front. You boys take the flak. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so 1. Big bad boys. 2. Slightly smaller big bad boys. 3. Defensive anti-fighters. 4. Backup firepower. A multi-gun corvette is just about to complete, which means we've got anti-fighter screens. Are we ready? Are we ready, my friends? Is it time is it time to jump to the Homeworld? I think it's going to be. There we go. We are
Multi-gun corvette complete.
Multi-gun corvettes complete. Okay, the carrier has nothing else to build. It is full of multi-gun corvettes and attack bombers. Right, let's save the game in case anything goes horribly wrong. Ready to attack the homeworld. Bum, bum, bum. Let's... Okay, so we've got like 7 minutes of the series. This is a good point to stop. But what I'm going to do, let's jump in and see what it looks like, just as a teaser for next week's next week. Yeah, and the defector. Yeah, if it's all over in 10 minutes, Drew will just have to entertain us for the many hours, with whistling and tap dancing. Okay, so let's go have a look. I think we're prepped for the battle. Let's see what it looks like. Are you ready? This is the teaser for next week's stream. Here we go.
Stand down.
Hyperspace. Engage. Bum, bum, bah. Is this the final mission? Love that hyperspace sound. Wow, 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 wow. Cutscene time. Here we go. We are hyperspacing into the system.
We have to assume that the Homeworld's defensive fleet must be alerted to our presence.
Good.
All vessels and crews in maximum readiness. Weapons and tracking at 100% efficiency. The fleet is ready.
Here's your voucher for Homeworld 2.
Now.
There can be no retreat now. This is it. It going in. Okay, so we're here. Look at that fleet. Okay, so instantly, presumably, we come under attack. Is this? No? Cutscene still. It's like an asteroid field. I hope we're not being shot to pieces at this point. Enjoying the cutscene again. It was a bit weird. I don't remember this. We're not in the Homeworld system. There's no planet here.
Shutting down the inhibitor field has alerted the Taiidan to our presence.
Yes.
We're on a collision course with a very large object. It appears to have escorts.
Ooh.
It must be destroyed before it impacts the mothership.
Oh, so this is a last-ditch attempt to destroy us before we get to the homeworld. Bum, bum, bum. Gonna ram us out of existence. Excellent. Well, my friends, that's for next week's exciting episode. We will see you then. Farewell, space adventurers and retro stream enthusiasts. Next week we destroy the incoming ramming thingamajiggy and hopefully reclaim our homeworld. Be good, my friends. Have a fantastic weekend ahead. See you soon on next week's exciting episode of Homeworld. Yay! Take it easy, my friends. Be good. See you soon.